collaborative agreement paper is all signed by the doctors. Because it was not.
Oh, yeah. Greg? Anyone else would?
Everybody got the copy. You want the agenda and the GCS. Okay.
Well, you want to discuss your stuff.
And add some here.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hi. Since we have such a large group today, can I make a special request that we keep all side talking to a complete minimum and maybe not shuffle the papers too much and give everybody a chance to finish their sentence before we start our own? Thank you.
I did one of these as part of my application process last month, months ago. It just has to be done by Monday. As me. Yeah. I did, and I attested to the same, and it has been reported by the Guam Election Commission.
Maybe 2 seconds as we're waiting for the council member. This is a legal counsel. I didn't communicate with him whether he's going to delay, but that's not necessary to delay the meeting. So I think that we have a form and we should begin, right? We should. This is the Guam Board of Allied Health Examiners. This is April 19, 2013. We're calling the meeting to order. Present are members, Dr. Chong, Mr. Peretta, Mr. Ed Stanley, welcome back, Mr. Stanley, Dr. Miller, Ms. Harris, myself, me, Balahia, Dr. Triolo, and Ms. Cosasimo. Please take a look at the agenda as in front of you and take a look at whether we need additional agenda to be adopted. I have 2 items to be adopted. And these are new complaints brought in, and I just looking at it right now. And one is a complaint from Dr. Poole. This is regarding Dr. Joe Joseph on fraudulent rabies health certificates. And this complaint was submitted February 28th. Another complaint that came in was submitted by a Mr. Joseph Bamba relative to surgery that was performed on the wrong leg of his dog Waffles. And this was submitted April 5th, 2013. I'd like to add this to the agenda of the complaints. Dr. Joseph, Mr. Joseph Bamba, complaining about performing surgery on the wrong leg of his pet dog Waffles. Any other agenda to be adopted?
I make a motion to do
Okay. Any other? None? Okay, let's move on then. Please review the minutes for the last meeting of March 1st, 2013.
I'll move that the minutes be accepted.
Moved by Dr. Miller and second by Ms. Harris. Discussion? All in favor? Objection? Minutes approved. We're going to the old business where for Mr. Weinberg, our legal counsel, he's not present at the current time, he may be coming in. So we move on to renewal application of Dr. Mitchell, chiropractor. Dr. Miller, you wanted to comment?
I can
Because
comment on this. When you're reading through the minutes of the last meeting, she actually had enough C's at the time, but the Attorney General, Weinberg, recommended not moving forward until he met with Attorney Gavras. Well, here's the business. And so I don't know what the outcome of that was.
At this time, we acknowledge the presence of our legal counsel, Assistant Attorney General, Mr. Rob Weinberg. Mr. Weinberg, we were talking about Dr. Mitchell situation. Have you talked to his attorney, her attorney, Mr. Gravis, or any other? What's his status?
I did. We did meet, and I'm not quite sure what the status is.
Okay, so we should table this.
Yes. Bill's not here. We just kind of disrupt. Yeah, were there any potential industries that the board had a question
at the last meeting, I had gone over her CVs. She had enough by that time. And I actually was gonna move to license her, but then your recommendation was to hold off and make sure everything else was cleared up, and then you would talk to Mr. Gavin. And so, right, that's kind of where we're at right now.
This reflected in
Okay. I think that some of the issues I just did not think were board concerns. So I guess the question is, what is the board's concern? There was some about the custody and control of the records. I think that, I don't know for sure that they worked that out, but I happen to know that the board is involved. So, and I don't remember if there were complaints or any other.
There was one written complaint, one oral complaint, I believe, true complaint. And I believe Mr. Gowers took a copy of that. Dr. Mitchell was not sure if she remembered that patient, so she would have to research it. And that's pretty much where it ended. But in the minutes, it indicated that she was supposed to work with me on this too, but I haven't heard from her since the last meeting.
Okay, so you haven't had any indications?
No, not at all.
I actually did run into Mr. Gowers on the way to the courthouse. All where anything was. Issues. When I walked in the last time, I was at a month ago. I know I did say something about holding it up, but I think we resolved the questions about continuing education.
Yeah, that was resolved, but then you said don't move forward until you clear up the rest of the stuff because it would, not recalling, it wasn't the way the minutes were, that it would be premature to licensure if there's still something hanging over it and we have to go through this. You better not have to undo a license. Something like that. So where we stand right now, she has these, nobody's really cleared up any information. Most of the stuff he says that to me, the records that come to his complaint. And that's just kind of.
All right, well, there's a complaint that we investigate.
Right.
So, is there anything that, the last time when I said let's hold up, because I didn't know what else going on, I was looking at the speed. Now my thinking is that the issue about who's got custody of the patient records is, although it's been brought in front of the board, this is something the board needs to resolve. It's the kind of thing that we easily enough, I think, we resolve by a letter going out to all the patients saying, hey, their records are here. I know that I've got a head cold that's been going on since that, so if I'm sounding stupid, it's probably why. So if there's anything beyond that, maybe some question.
You correct, Mr. Weinberg. I think that has not been resolved, and it is my expectation that Dr. Mitchell should initiate more action into resolving the board's concern. She has not contacted Dr. Miller or the board member, or not the board members, but the office regarding that, or we just, I'm working on it. I think that
Which is when you say that, right? You've got the records, the patient records.
in general as a whole, she needs to put more action into dealing with her license rather than us chasing after her or not knowing, no contact suddenly. Because this seems to be behavior because we've been trying to get hold of her for a couple of years and still suddenly it just kind of like appeared. I would like to see that she take more responsibility as a licensee rather than just appear, the last minute and expect the board to, do something about it. I just think that she needs to be in contact with Dr. Miller, resolve that.
Actually, my feeling on that is that should be done here this morning. Because if it was her and I just sitting down together trying to work it out, I think it's better when you're on the record working those things out. As far as, complaints, that type of thing. The licensing issue as far as her, she's got sufficient CEs, but then she's got this cloud taking over this. And, the chair is correct, is we never get any communication last second, always. Even with the renewal, stuff is handed in about half hour before the meeting started.
That's true, the last time.
Yeah.
On just the application itself, is that complete? Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, based on last month when I checked it, as far as CEs, yes.
And separate from that, there are some other matters that you would like to have her address.
I think we did talk about that she need to put in more initiative on her as a licensee, but then it is up to the person, we already advised the licensee about that. And then also, you need to be indicated that the 2013 CE obtained in 2013 cannot be
Right.
accounted, be used for the next recycle.
We don't carry
next
forward.
licensing period. That has to be indicated on record. So, I was hoping that she would come, so that
Yeah,
she
I
could
received
resolve.
the text from Texas, Attorney Gowers indicated
Maybe he's still coming, because he was wanting to court about 10.
Okay.
So should we kind of like table it a little bit until the last? Okay. Discipline hearing of Dr. Martinez scheduled for next week, Tuesday, April 23rd, is postponed due to the illness of Mr. Highsmith. So there has no talk about what date to be set, so we want to hear from Mr. Highsmith. Want to make it clear that Mr. Weinberg is the legal counsel for the board, but Mr. Highsmith is continuing to be our legal counsel on case of Dr. Martinez. Okay, let's move on to new business. Guam Election Commission statement disclosure of conflict. Each of you have a copy. So to be turned in, I believe that we did that last year as well, right? Every year we have to turn it in. So just a reminder that has to be signed in, turned it in. And perhaps that one of us can just, you sign it and one of us can go to GCIC, turn it in. You said all of us go. The parking is terrible over there. I mean, after this meeting, I can do that. I'll just turn it in if you'll give it to me. Okay,
I suggest you maybe keep a copy of it.
we can Xerox that with, right? Jane, keep a copy here. Yeah, we'll give Jane your copy and I'll turn in the original. Or if you want to do it yourself, that's fine too. New application. IMFT.
There are 3 applications for new licensees and 2 applications for renewals.
Can you do the new application
Yeah,
first?
I can review the 3 new applications. One is an applicant who is already licensed in the state. He's applying to be licensed by Guam, currently licensed by social. She's a licensed clinical social worker in the state of New York. I reviewed her file and everything.
This person
This
is,
is, Mr. Smith.
okay.
The other 2 applicants are new applicants. They reviewed their files, and both of them also have met all the requirements for new licensure.
This
And
is,
that is Rita Perez and Sylvia Canal.
is euthanasia technician, Brenda Ramon and Clarissa Rothman. The application here, and they have an endorsement, that the training was conducted March for both person according to codes. So the board member want to take a look at that, okay, that, their application is in order. Brenda and Clarissa Carissa Rothman. Renewal application, Carlos Dotinos,
I still
for
have some
PT.
questions about that, so I'd like to table this.
Florence Bloss, IMFT.
Front class, yes, her application, is in order, it's just late, she's paid the late,
Carlos
Carlos Perez
Perez.
also, it's just late.
Okay. I have reviewed Dr. Gilbert Sanders, right here. And, he has more than enough seat, although he's late, paid the late fee. He has 60-some credits hours, so I recommend that we approve the renewal of Dr. Gilbert Sanders. Next on D is CPA of Ono Campo. She works for SDA.
Yes, and I have reviewed the documents and everything in order.
Okay, great. So let's go first into voting on the new application of Ovita Perez, Sylvia Kanata, and Crystal Smith for IMFT. Approval of euthanasia tech of Brenda Ramon and Carissa Rothman. All in favor? Opposed? None. The renewal application of Florence Bloss for IMFT, Carlos Perez for IMFT, and Gilbert Sanders for clinical site. All in favor? Opposed? None. Go with the CPA of Camfo Ono. In favor? Opposed? None. Now let's move to new business of E on the adoption agenda, complaints against Dr. Joe Joseph. Related to, first is on the health certificate of Mr. Cedric Barron on the dog Samson. This is a dog of a Dalmatian Labrador. And the certificate's needed for the dog to fly to North Dakota. And Samson, according to Dr. Poole, is a pit bull. But the certificate reflected that Samson's the document that the dog is a Dalmatian cross breed Labrador. So the presentation by Dr. Poole is concerning fraudulent rabies health certificate. You want to take a look at this. Pass it around. The second item is concerning a malpractice complaint against Dr. Joe Joseph on operating on the right leg, operating on the wrong leg of Mr. Joseph Bomba's pet dog, Warfels. I've given copy to our legal counsel who will maintain this copy. believe that was the last meeting that we went, was March first. I don't know. When did we go to, when did we went to?
March 1.
March first, went to court? You're indicating that, order by Judge Fern Perez concerned about Dr. Joseph is not to use use any controlled substance and X-ray.
Is there a written complaint from the medic?
This is a complaint. That's filed by Mr. Bamba. You reviewed this and discussion on this? Think this is merit to be forwarded to the Attorney General, our legal counsel for action? The next step is for the Attorney General, our legal counsel, what action?
That's probably all we can do, right? We have to let the attorney look at it. They make a decision whether to move forward.
The board officially received the complaint, that's the next step in the process.
Move forward to the Attorney General.
So the review is recommended course of action.
Okay? After you review this, motion by Dr. Miller to present, to send it to the Attorney General for disposition. Second?
Second.
Okay. The next is miscellaneous, concerning work session, and as suggested by our legal counsel for the last meeting, that needs to be some time to work on the rules and regulations. And I know that Ms. Perez presented to us last meeting on her items on respiratory therapy.
we all had a copy on it, and we need to look at it, as well as any of the other disciplines, rules and regs. But some of the stuff I reviewed, it looks like it has to be in the law. So work session to work with Mr. Weinberg. So we're gonna schedule work session, according to your schedule and according to the schedule of Mr. Weinberg as well. So we'll do that via email as what's a time that's good for everybody. We have done work session like in the evening at 5 and 6, or a time that's people, available, yeah. So,
And I would like to get a current copy of the current thing that is in state of flux right now for the assistant discipline.
oh, that has not been worked on at all.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
So
I reviewed that.
What's on the Guam compiler of law, is this what? it is?
Yes, that's correct. Now, I just wanted to mention again that the physician assistant as well as acupuncture currently is already have rules and regs in the law. So it's already in administrative rules. So that two discipline has been worked on previously.
Would that be what I worked on 3 years ago?
I have no idea. No, not the one that everybody submitted, but they already actually, in the books, because I read it. It was in the books already.
This is from a long time ago.
Okay. So
Yeah.
something that,
Yeah, it was found.
so what is on the Guam compiler of laws
Yes.
website would be correct?
That's correct.
Okay, that's fine.
That's correct.
I'll read that.
Right, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna schedule that, so, motion? Is any other discussion need to be made?
Attorney Gavras is here. He's right outside the door. Well,
Mr. Someone you wanna ask Mr. Gadders?
there.
Mr. Gadders. Closer. At this point, we want to acknowledge Mr. Gadders, who is representing Dr. Glenda Mitchell.
Yes, ma'am. I had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Weinberg. He basically asked me to do that regarding the issue of the medical records and the dispute concerning them. And at risk of mischaracterizing our discussion, with respect to from on, I'll go ahead and just kind of summarize it. I believe that Mr. Weinberg and myself came to the conclusion and agreement that because no patient has complained about the medical records and because there was a dispute between the chiropractors regarding who should be the custodian of those records, and that dispute, if it's going to be resolved, should be resolved in court, that since there is no complaint, that issue is not one for this body to deal with. That's what we discussed. There was another point that we were working with last time, and that was the one written complaint against Dr. Mitchell, filed against Dr. Mitchell for turning a client over, a patient over to collections. Dr. Mitchell has, first of all, I don't think there was I could be wrong, I don't think there was an allegation that services were provided to this patient. I believe that it was just that it was turned over to collection. Dr. Mitchell did contact the collection agency just to resolve it, and it was for a relatively small amount, about $150 to $200, and instructed them to stop collection efforts, which they should have. But she has done what she can.
Okay, so where it stands now, if you remember at the last one, she actually had enough education credits to be licensed. We're just holding off until you and Attorney Weinberg can talk. So at this stage, there's no other complaints. I would think she would be licensed. There might be some, something coming in the future we just deal with it. But I don't see any way or any reason why they'll hold back.
It's been recommended that,
Is that a motion?
That's the motion.
yeah. Okay,
I'll
motion.
second.
All in favor of licensing, renewal, the license of Dr. Mitchell? Aye. Any opposed?
And then I think it'd be good for the board offices to remind her that the fees that she used to make up the difference cannot carry forward into this current renewal period. She'll have to have 30 brand new ones going forward.
I think that letter, I think it would be wise that the letter that goes to the licensee that they've been licensed indicating that they cannot claim because that is in writing rather than verbal instruction or by the office, right? So could you alert me to that? Okay, that so all in favor of renewal the license of Dr. Glenn Mitchell?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Okay,
So the matter of Dr. Mitchell is now
resolved.
resolved. Discussion is closed at night.
Would you inform your
I
client?
should.
Thank you.
Problem.
Next item now, resolve that, is adjournment. Any other item that you wanted to discuss? Okay, adjournment, motion?
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Is there going to be time for a public forum or for us to ask questions today?
Motion for adjournment. Second?
I'm sorry, there's members of the public that showed up today that does have questions for the Guam Board of Allied Health.
Motion
Is it possible for us to
The next meeting
ask our
is,
questions?
May 3rd on a Friday, in 2 weeks from now. Okay.
I'm once again sorry to interrupt you guys. I was just wondering if I could get an answer of when the public does have a chance to address the board.
I'll get back. I'll get back with you.
Yeah, even if we're not going to do that, I guess we'll
I can get email you.
we're talking about the rules.
So we're going to talk about.
Oh, what is a good time? Yeah, we'll do it now.
Yeah, just my suggestion is get whoever you make this decision working on. Most of this stuff, I've done this a lot.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's stalwart.
Do it, but I want that to say. But I need you to take everybody's up.
We've done a lot. Monday. I think it's really Monday. You spent like almost a
Okay,
year.
well, let me get up to speed on what you
Yeah,
done.
so you need to send all that stuff. Yeah.
So maybe we start.
Actually, Dave, okay, so I'll send it.
Is it,
Well, Saturday, Howard doing Sunday, Charlie,
no, that doesn't matter.
this one's on the teacher's myself.
I don't know what.
That I would put that on there. 7, Oh.
Don't we have the right to ask questions about the public officials? Do we have rights to ask questions?
Let me try and answer that. Okay, the public session, public forum is on the